Action. The story on how we met. I want you to know.
It went down on the DM.
No, but let's start from the beginning. Welcome to the Power Couple Combo series with Odie and I, and the first episode will be on how me and Odie met. Our first encounter with each other was at the barbershop. She takes her son to the same barbershop that I take my kids to. I happened to be there that day, not for me, not for my kids, had to be fate. I ended up taking a young kid with me to the barbershop that was working for me at the time, who called me and said that his mom got locked up and just wanted to help him out, bought him something to eat, bought him some clothes, and gave him some work. I was on my phone working and all the barbers were talking about this one woman. I didn't know who this woman was. So as I get up to walk out, I run into this mystery woman right at the front door.
Right, so the story is that I had taken my son to get a haircut that day. I was waiting for him inside the car. I remember walking in to tell his barber something about the haircut. I walked out. When I walked out, I saw you were standing there. And I remember seeing you because I did follow you on social media because of, I think it was Monet at the time, that I was thinking about possibly getting into it and I never did. Whatever, I remember seeing your content a few times and I liked the kind of content that you were putting out, so I gave you a follow. And Brandon finishes with his haircut, comes in the car and tells me, Mom, I'm hungry. So he was asking me for something from the convenience store next door. So then, okay, papi, let's go. And then when I got off, I saw that you were walking back towards the barbershop because you were on your phone or something. And I was compelled to give you a business card for whatever reason, maybe because I thought you had a big following, I don't know.
Which you never do.
I never do, right. I'm super introverted when it comes to that, much less going up to any man whatsoever, but I don't know what got into me that day and I was compelled to just give you my business card. And I think Brandon was with me and you dabbed him and that was it.
And it was a very innocent interaction. Like, I promise you, it was like nothing, it was very casual. Right, like the type of frequency that I was on and the shit that I was talking about related to her. And it was months before anything ever happened, right? It was about 2 months, I followed her. And you know when you follow someone, they're the first person that follows, that pops up on your story and the first person that pops up on your timeline. Well, I wasn't looking into her shit until about a few weeks after. Mind you, at this time I'm single, right? And I wasn't even trying to get into anything. And I just kept seeing her shit, you know, and the things that she would post would be like, you know, her reading a book on a Friday night, her all about the kid. And that's the type of shit that I'm on too, right? So I would engage with it. And then one day it went down in the DM. One day I had posted something, she had engaged, and then I had asked her, who do you think you are telling me to, you know, not do this when I see you're doing this? She posted a picture of her just getting her hair done and she's like, blondes have more fun or something.
Right.
Right? And I'm like, what is this about? You're telling me to stay home, but you're over here having fun. And she's like, yeah, just tricking my audience. Again, very innocent. And I think I liked that the most about her. She was very short with me. Like, she was very hard to, you know, to even get to engage with me. And I kept going. And then I told her, I'm like, look, straight up, you know, I suck at this flirting shit. You're a very gorgeous woman across the board and I would like to get to know you. Let's have a casual lunch, right? That's what I said.
And my response was, I get these offers a lot and I usually always turn them down, that I would be open to a casual lunch because I saw that you were a quality person. And that's the only reason.
So I had to fly out to Cali the next morning. I'm in Cali handling some business, doing a lot of filming out there with some partners of mine. And I remember a couple days later, I had to take like a 4-hour drive. I was moving from LA, from South Central, I don't know. So I was moving like, you know, from city to city. And I remember asking her to get on a FaceTime with me. And she told me, she's like, no, that's not gonna happen. And I'm like, damn, I fucked this up. Like, I just fucked it up, right? And then she just ended it there. Again, very short. The next day I reached out to her, wished her good morning. And I guess she liked that. She like, I like how consistent you are. I told her, look, I fly in today. What about Tuesday? She had told me, you know, these are the days and the hours that she will be available. I said, okay, this is kind of late. I guess it's not gonna be a lunch. It's gonna be a dinner.
Right, because it was only the Tuesday and Thursday nights that I have Brandon.
Right, so we planned for one of those nights. And first date, man, we just hit it off. It just felt so natural. We went to Komodo.
Well, let's talk about how I went from a casual lunch to Komodo. Because I had asked you, okay, is it casual, like I dress in leggings, or dress up? And then when you heard dress up, that's when you told me you changed your mind completely.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck it, we're just gonna go all in, you know? So we ended up going to Komodo. We just started to flow, man. And we spoke about everything, you know, about how we operate both of our businesses, how, you know, our parenting styles meshed a lot. And I got to first base. I got the kiss, guys, on the first date. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I was super fucking tempted. I was just like, she was just so yummy that night. And I was like, let me play this right. I don't wanna fuck this up. I don't wanna give off this impression as if that's all I wanted from her, you know, and I know she was like all over me too, you know what I'm saying? But
I saw you so different that night compared to the barbershop. Remember I told you? And I'm like, I don't remember you being this tall and like this, I don't know, this macho.
This heroic, this god.
The energy and the vibe that you gave me when you, I don't know, hold my hand and walk me from place to place. And I just felt safe.
Bronze god style of, We had a good night.
Yeah.
We ended up jumping from rooftop to rooftop. And we just kept talking. And first date, I knew it. You know, that day I told her, I'm like, I play for keeps. You know, I've never done the short-term thing. And if I'm going to even entertain a date, obviously I need to see what it's like, that first impression. And obviously there's a lot more to learn after that first date, but I knew she had the character traits of someone that I can grow with. There's levels to relationships. You can like somebody and be physically attracted to them. And just because of the physical attraction, that might keep you in the relationship. And you will just completely negate all of the character flaws, the disloyalty, the whatever it is. But when you get to a place like where we were both at when we met,
right,
we needed someone who we knew we can grow with, someone who was compatible, someone who was driven, someone who was responsible, someone who practices sobriety. Like, none of us are on that shit. Like, all we want to do is grow our empires individually, you know, parents, and just create these experiences for, you know, us, obviously, and ours.
I was taken back by you telling me that you play for keeps and you weren't gonna mess this up, because where I come from, I wasn't used to somebody being so intentional right up front, you know, and you knew. How did you know?
I knew, because again, there's a few things that I already seen on her page. I just needed to solidify on that first date. And I remember her thinking that it wasn't real. She was like, yeah, this guy's playing his game on me, right? I remember telling her on that first date, I'm not gonna fuck this up. I said that to basically let you know I'm not trying to take this any further than just first base. Like, I just wanna leave it here and I wanna get to know you. I wanna have the casual lunch, which we ended up doing the very next time we saw,
right,
and do this the right way. And we did. You know, there's a few things that we did rush into. You know, I posted her probably a week after getting to know her.
Yes, I was super taken back by that too. I was like, wait, hold on, put the brakes, like, let's slow things down, because I was like, are you sure? Like, how do you know? And then you were just like super adamant that you knew.
Yeah, at that time that we met, we weren't looking. Neither one of us was looking. I was out of a relationship just a few months. She was out of a relationship almost a year, and she was like in some deep soul-searching, you know, journey of hers. I was in more of just like, let me build what I've lacked in the last couple of years because of the stress, because of the distractions, because of, you know, everything that I wasn't able to do. But you get to a point where you are the right person for the right opportunity and you just take advantage. That whole, and I say this a lot, that whole perfect opportunity, wrong timing is bullshit. I don't believe in it. It's, you were the wrong person for the opportunity at the time. And when we met, we were the right person for the opportunity, and we both.
Right.
Yeah,
I was super into my personal self-love journey. I wasn't looking for anything. I think I was still processing, you know, what I had gone through.
Which you did mention.
The previous year, right? And I was just deep into my personal development, my self-love. I hired a coach. I was reading. I was meditating, going to the beach by myself, taking myself on dates. So I was deep in that journey, I think, when we met, and I don't think my heart was open, but you made it open.
I unlocked that shit. Yeah, she did mention that to me, that she was still dealing with, I don't know the exact words, I'm pretty sure you have it on the DM, right? Dating or whatnot.
My heart's been closed for a while.
Right.
Because I was still hung up on my...
Hung up, that's the word you use.
My past.
She was still hung up on her past, yeah. So at the time, I was at a place in my life I know a lot of people like to use the word heal and you need time for yourself. I had a lot of time to myself. Let's make that very clear. I didn't need healing if all I was doing was building. People only need healing when they need fixing. I did the self-work, right? And again, I wasn't looking, but I wasn't gonna let go of something that I knew was right. But that was how we met, and this is where we are since then. You know, 8 months in, going on 9 months, and it's been a pretty interesting ride, to say the least.
Questions from el público.
Questions from the public. All right, let's do it.
Entonces, muchachos, después de escuchar su linda historia, hay unas preguntas que las tenemos aquí, que están preguntándoles a ustedes las personas que lo siguen. Y la primera es,